seeing the very fair feet, and I'm like, oh boy.
But most importantly, you need to get the pedicures and get ready, because now we're going to talk about one of the most popular sandals from Vionic. It is the Tide, but this is the high tide. So it's the elevated version of a sandal that we have sold thousands of, and a sandal that I have thousands of. I kid you not. I mean, you know,
just keep building it.
My girls are always amazed, because I'll come down in another outfit and I'll have a
new high
sandal that matches with whatever I happen to be wearing. So we do offer these in the black. We have them in cream. We're offering them in navy. And then finally, we have the pewter. If you're a lover of the Tide, the high tide or low tide, we would love to speak with you. Call us at 1-800-395-1601 and share your story with us. So the backstory is, and by the way, sizes in medium width 5 through size 13, whole and half sizes. We have wide sizes 5 through 12 in this. All right, so give us the backstory on the Tide and then how we got elevated.
So Tide was one of our very early sandals, and as you pointed out before, Jane, if you're an orthotic wearer, it is hard once summer sandal season comes and you're saying to yourself, how am I going to continue to give, you know, my feet support? And very oftentimes, you know, if you go to a podiatrist of any kind, they'll tell you, you know, absolutely no flip-flops. So the Tide came in and really changed all that, because we had just a couple of sandals here early on, over a decade ago, that really became quite beloved here, and the Tide is one of them. And as you said, this just continues. They never go out of style. They're this really simple, easy upper, but they replace that flat flip-flop in your wardrobe that gives you no support. And then this one is just slightly elevated, giving you that little bit of a lift, and again, almost giving you like a little platform here. But having that support and technology, I mean, you can see the molded EVA footbed of this, where you're getting that really deep heel cup, the arch support, all of the things where you slip it on and you're like, this is not a flip-flop. This is the anti-flip-flop, but giving you that same easy styling.
These are what I often use as slippers around the house. Like rarely do I ever walk around without some type of sandal or slipper on my foot. This is the one that I choose. And I would have to say too, we do offer this in medium and wide widths, but the original Tide, the low Tide, was a little bit wider footbed.
It was generous.
The high Tide is a little bit closer fit.
I would say that
still,
that's accurate.
It's going to give you, you know, the kind of coverage that you want, as you can see there. And once again, it's all color from the top to the ground, so it keeps it simple. If you're like Scotty and you just want something very neutral to wear with that little skirt and jacket combo, the color is not going to be distracting.
I love
she's
it.
Good.
She looks great.
Right.
You know, this is something, again, it never goes out of style. It's just classic, it's simple, it's easy. And that's kind of what we want when the summer months hit. We don't want to think about it.
Right.
For me, it's such easy dressing to slip on the high Tide and be out and on your way. I like a little height because, you know, especially when I stand next to lovely ladies like you, I'm so much shorter. But I love that we get that little bit of a lift, but you're getting all of that technology. So the full foot contact that you're getting, you know, you can see that arch support. You can see how it comes up to meet the inside of your foot, and you can see that heel cup. You know, this is so important because it stabilizes us in a way where you're sitting into the shoe and not on top of it.
Right.
So if you think about that flat flip-flop, you kind of sit on it and you're all over the place. You're rolling in, or what we call pronating, which 75% of Americans pronate, which is crazy. If you walk around, I do this a lot. I walk around like the airport or anywhere. Usually I'm checking out the fashion. Now I look at the feet, like are they rolling in? Are they rolling out? You know, it becomes a habit because you see all of the problems that are there and you're like, I want to help you.
We can help you. We can help you. You know, it was 10 years ago that we started talking about, you know, if you are buying your flip-flops off of a cardboard hook in a store, you're probably not getting the best type of support. And we encourage you, again, to go ahead and invest in your feet. I, as someone who didn't take care of my feet for years,
sadly, I'm with you.
In retail, am now paying for that. But you don't have to be in that position. if you're lucky and you've got no issues with your feet, like my sister,
right?
Perfect size 9, toes are perfect, no blemishes, all good.
Good for her.
Good for her. But if you're someone like me who has problems with their feet, then here's a brand that is going to give you the support. And to me, it's worth that little extra that you have to pay for to get that support. So here's your summer sandal, your summer flip-flop, all with a built-in orthotic based off of the correction of a podiatrist from Australia and all of the different research and technology. These sandals are APMA accepted. So the American Podiatric Medical Association has given them the seal of approval. And once again, your feet will give them that seal of approval once you start wearing them. Now, we do recommend that you give yourself a little time to break your feet in and get your feet used to this correction.
Absolutely. You know, if you aren't a Vionic wearer and you're not used to it, we say 2 to 3 days, like 20 minutes, just because while you don't need a break in time, you need to let your body adjust to actually being in that correct alignment. So, you know, if you're standing and all of a sudden you feel that difference, we want you to get used to that, and then it'll be, you know, all green lights
all
from there.
All good, right. Walk all day.
Exactly.
So pewter, navy, cream, or black, your choice, a 593229. And this is specifically one sandal that Kathy Gendel has loved for years.
Oh,
the high
really?
tide.
Oh, I love
She
Kathy.
has been a
She's the best.
huge